Dr. Mustaqim from Sains.
Yes, hi.
Okay. Can you tell us about this product?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on this session. Actually, this product is about Braille. That Braille is actually a tactile writing system that is used by the visually impaired around the world. And we have, of course, for them, this is the most conducive way of reading and writing. And since its adaptation into languages, that's starting from towards the end of the 19th century, and then we have all these sorts of adaptations of Braille, because Braille was originally in French, and it was adapted into languages and also in many users. And we have also the earliest what we call this adaptation of this Braille into Quran, and that was done actually in the early 20th century. And we have that, and also we have from that adaptation we have several other adaptations that are done according to the each of the Muslim countries. And we have in Malaysia, for example, that this one of the earliest Quran came to our country, I think that is before independence. Okay, that was during the British era, and it was received by Jordan, and the Jordan gave us a gift of that Quran, and then we have that. And since that Quran that came here, we have actually tried to understand the meaning of that Quran, and the results after I think 30 or 40 years of continuous efforts by people, mostly by the visually impaired themselves. So they have managed to actually come out a copy of the Quran in Braille. But upon our scrutiny and also upon our study of this Quran, we have seen that there are so many problems with the existing Quran, particularly in terms of orthography. I mean, in terms of the style of writing and then the method of writing. And then we also have at the same time now, currently we have so many organizations in Malaysia, especially for the visually impaired, who are racing among each other in producing this Quran. And of course, when they produce Quran, it's a good thing, as if when you produce other things, you know. But then when you publish something that contain mistakes, and then you carry on and spreading the mistakes towards people, and of course when you talk about knowledge, I think, and when you talk about sacred knowledge, I think it's more important than other knowledge. So that is why we have this thought of why don't we have a standard, you know, for writing this. Is there a standard? Because for the ordinary Quran we have a standard orthographical method that we use, and we call that as a Rasam Usmani. But the same method, we have found that it has not been applied into writing the Braille. So this is where I think our novelty comes in, when we try to, because people say that, you know, you have this Braille is quite limited, you know, just 6 dots, and then how do you manage to put all these symbols into that, you know, because when you have Braille in 6 dots, you only have 63 possibilities. But if you have the normal printing, it's almost endless, you know, the possibilities. You can just create your own symbols. This is where I think the innovation comes in, you know, because when we see that how do we fit in, you know, with the Braille system, and at the same time conform to the original writing method of the Quran, which is not only to simplify the reading to the visually impaired, but more importantly, this standard is actually credible and error-free. Yeah.
That's great. Actually.
Yeah.
So, have you completed translating according to the standard?
Currently, we only focus on one chapter of the Quran. That is the chapter of Mary, and this chapter we selected it because it's not too long, it's not too short. I think it's just more of a prototype, just to show to people that actually it can be done. But of course, having said that, the potential of this application in Malaysia, we have rules and regulation, and especially for the printing of this Quran, we have it under the control of the Ministry of Home Affairs. They have this committee of this Quran publication, and we have actually had a very good discussion with them, and we have had an initial agreement with them. So I think the next step will be that all these relevant authorities, together with us and also with the visually impaired organizations, I think we all should sit together, and we should all focus on how to build the whole of the Quran together according to the standard that we have tried to come out with.
That's great.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for sharing with us. This is very significant.
Thank you.
Actually, so I hope you will have a smooth journey to do all this. Okay.
Thank you very much.